Hi guys, Alice Taylor down here at Living Golf Academy, and a little bit of a different video. For this year, 2017, if anyone's watching in the future, I'm going to possibly play a little bit more. Not played any competitive golf for over 10 years, through choice. You know, I love my coaching, love my club fitting, so I spend most of my time doing that. Circumstances for me this year mean I'm going to have possibly a little bit more time than I've ever had, and even though I'm still going to coach, still going to fit, and I've got some great opportunities to do some more stuff with my YouTube channel, maybe feel that I should play a little bit more golf. Not 100% sure, but I have had 3 rounds of golf already. I've played down at Woburn, where I tested the Arcos 360 game tracking system. A video will be up very, very shortly, a bit more detail about that round of golf. And I had 2 rounds of golf at Archerfield Links. And without getting into too much detail, I would say the results were mixed. Kind of, I suppose, went with very high expectations, which probably weren't justified because I hadn't really been working on my game. But I've always been kind of very confident in, I know what I do with my golf swing, my concentration's quite good for my swing, I've got some good routines, I've got some good habits, therefore felt it should be quite easy just to slip back into playing. Maybe didn't find it quite that easy, and one of the areas that I feel has always been a real strength of my game that I didn't feel was as good as it could have been in my 3 rounds was my driving. So I've got a new driver in the bag, Taylormade M1, set up perfectly for me. So any results, unfortunately I can't blame this, I need to blame this. But was a little bit unsure. I know what I've done in the past with my golf swing, and I know what I've worked on over the last few years. I kind of just maybe lost my way a little bit on the course and kind of wasn't sure whether I was doing what I thought. So today we're going to do a quick video on kind of what is actually going on in my golf swing with driver, what I need to work on, why I'm getting the shots that I am, and how I need to get where I want to be. So we're going to use obviously driver. I've got GC quad. So we've got the dots on the face. We're going to look at kind of swing path, club face at impact, angle of attack, and probably most importantly with quad is where I'm striking the ball on the face. We're going to hit 5 shots, look at each one by one. Hopefully you guys will find it interesting. Maybe some similarities you might see with your game, but help you learn a little bit about my golf swing. A lot of guys have kind of said, do I have lessons with someone else? I don't. I feel with the technology I've got at my disposal and hopefully my level of experience, I can deal with my own game myself. We'll see whether that's a good decision or not. But let's get on to hitting some shots and let's see what's going on with my golf swing. Okay then guys, so we're going to hit 5 balls. I'm going to hit what I would feel is my stock swing for now. And what I'm interested in is that I know in the past what my stock swing has been. My path's been a little bit in to out. My club face has been slightly closed to that. Generally speaking, my strike has always been just marginally towards the toe. Everything adding up to kind of that soft little draw. But like I said earlier on, I don't feel that's kind of my stock shot with driver anymore. Even though it is with irons, just don't quite feel that's the stock shot with driver. So I'm going to make my stock swing, real balls, GC quad, my M1 driver, and we're going to have a look at what I'm currently doing in my golf swing. Then we're going to talk about what I can do to change that and see how effective I can be at making that change. So I'm going to aim straight so that we get a proper look at kind of my club path and everything that goes with that. And like I said, just stock swings for now, see what it gives us. Fair shape of shot there, I'd be really, really pleased with. Look though, my path's very, very slightly out to in. I mean, very, very straight, and my club face is very, very square. More than anything there, I've hit up 1.7, which is great. That's more down to just the strike being slightly out the toe, and actually the lie angle of the club making it slightly toe up. Okay then guys, so from that first shot, even though it was the desired shot, I didn't necessarily get the shot down to swing. That was more down to strike on the club face. But not going to get too excited about one. Let's just hit a few, kind of see what that pattern becomes. So again, we're aiming nice and straight. So a little bit more of a draw this time. So So club face perfectly square to the path. Swing path a little bit out to in. So if anything there, we're expecting that to be a little bit of a pull, but because again the strike's slightly towards the toe and the lie angle's slightly toe up, it's giving me that little draw. So shot number 3. Again, flight-wise almost identical to the second one, so a slight little pull draw. Again, club face just almost neutral. Swing path again a little bit out to in, slightly hitting up. Strike 8mm towards the toe and just very, very slightly low on the club face. So the beauty with me at the moment is, I suppose a bit unusually, because I would say if anything I've been getting a little cut if anything lately, but definitely my swing characteristics you wouldn't say would put me down for a draw. It's definitely more down to just slightly strike at the moment. But last couple, let's make that stock swing. So we can see much straighter on that one. Now on that one, club path just very, very slightly out to in. Club face a touch open. And again, that strike just marginally 4mm towards the toe and a little bit low on the club face. Probably more like the shot I've had of late. And let's go one final one and then we can dig into how I'm going to improve my driving. So again, a little draw. Again, club path just very, very marginally out to in. Club face dead square to the path. But again, that strike more towards the toe, 16mm towards the toe, and just slightly higher on the face. Okay guys, so like I said before, historically for me, my swing path's been very much from the inside, probably 5, 6, even 7 degrees from in to out. Club face has been kind of almost back to the target, maybe kind of 4 or 5 degrees close to my path, which has generally given me a little kind of push draw, which I've always been very comfortable with. Now I have worked on feeling that I swing a little bit more kind of out to in, a little bit more left through impact, trying to take a little bit of shape off there. And certainly the feedback I've got from those 5 shots is what I've worked on. I think I've got generally quite good at. I mean, club path, kind of very, very kind of neutral, not really a lot, kind of maybe 1 degree in it. Club face is now very, very close to path. So then the key being, if I can hit that out the middle of the club face, that's actually going to give me a nice straight shot. Like I also said at the start though, my general strike pattern has always been marginally towards the toe, and we're still seeing that. So I think the little challenge for me is, when I've tried to hit a bit more of a draw, because I don't shape it too much anymore, I think I've tried to swing more from the inside, probably have achieved that. Maybe that strike's gone more towards the toe, and I found that when I've shaped it, there's been too much shape. So the big thing for me is, I think before I can work on kind of changing my path a little bit, I've got to make sure that strike's a little bit more centered. And if I can get that strike a bit more centered, I then will see a nice straight shot with the one I'm hitting, which will take me a bit of time to get my head round, because I've never hit driver straight. But I think then as I work on kind of my path and that club face wherever it needs to be to set the ball off on target, I should be a little bit better with that. Okay then guys, so what do I need to be working on to make me drive the ball better? Certainly I think I need to get back into a little bit of the fitness stuff, kind of work on my flexibility, kind of definitely feel like club head speed's dropped off a little bit. I know that I've been in the gym lately and I've not been doing enough golf specific stuff, kind of too much kind of t-shirt muscles, which isn't what I need for my golf at all. Probably need a lot more for the other stuff. But generally speaking, path's good. Club face is good for a nice straight shot. Definitely need to just work a tiny bit on strike. It's not a mile off, but just need to work on strike a little bit so that I get, when I deliver a very square swing pattern or straight shot, I get a straight shot. At the moment, the strike's giving me a little draw. I then know that if I work on my swing path and can leave the club face pretty much pointing at target, the ball will set off at target and then fade or draw, depending whether I'm swinging left or right. But the key thing there for me is really accurate feedback. So very fortunate that I've got GC Quad. You know, not only does it show path, club face, angle of attack, but it also shows strike point. A lot of those shots I was hitting there, we'd have expected to possibly see a little fade. But with that strike just being slightly towards the toe, the gear effect, and certainly the lie angle of the club as well, is just causing me to hit the ball a little bit right to left. But wasn't necessarily doing what I thought I was doing with my golf swing. The good news is that I was actually doing what I've worked on. So that's given me some confidence, because my last few games I definitely lost a little bit of confidence in, was I able to execute what I think I was doing? Now, I don't doubt some of the swings were maybe a few degrees off, but I do think looking at those numbers and feedback that will be there in some of the videos that I've got coming, definitely think it's been more down to strike with driver rather than poor swings. So guys, as ever, thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. This is the first of a few videos that I'm going to do about my golf swing and my golf game. Like I said at the start, possibly going to play a little bit more this year, which in itself is a different challenge for me. I love my coaching, love my club fitting, so I spend most of my time doing that. But maybe feel that I need to play a little bit more this year, get myself in that environment again and challenge myself. First few outings, you'll see from the videos that are coming, not exactly what I was after, but it's feedback. And I think with good feedback from how I've played and then the equipment that I've got to coach with, hopefully my game will improve. Hopefully, guys, it'll help you guys with your game, give you a bit of feedback as to what you might be looking at, and hopefully just get me to where I want to be this year with my playing, my coaching, and everything else. So as ever, really appreciate you taking the time to watch my videos. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, like it, share it, comment below and I'll try and get back to you. Follow me on all the social media platforms. Subscribe to the channel if you don't already. Hopefully catch up with some of you guys down there in the future. Stay in contact.